Coming out of the woods. All right, first time open in probably 20 years. That door panel with the wood grain and map pockets on a Barracuda. This is supposed to be a cheap car.
I just locked it. And,
see?
It's not turning, but boy, it turned up easy. Now it's not turning back down.
Looking for treasure, you never know. Keys were still in the ignition. Hey, check out that right there by the ashtray. See that little light hanging there?
Yeah.
That's a reverse light.
Heck
That's
yeah.
a factory 4-speed car right there.
I was looking at that goofy manual squirter pump down there in the floorboard.
It sure is, isn't it? That's for your windshield washer right above the dimmer switch. They had a pedal dress up kit on it. Yeah, I said that lights up when you put it in reverse on the factory 4-speed cars. So you got the double.
This was straight down, but I think I locked it.
It's all right. We'll get in there.
It's not coming back down.
This thing's got an AM FM thumb wheel radio in it.
Yeah.
An FM back in '69. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna work on the looking at that CUDA. '69 was the first year for the CUDA. Looking at that little CUDA medallion on the dash. Don't know if that's they stuck that on there or what. But stay with us. The golly, finally got inside. We're gonna start taking some of this stuff out and see what all we can find. All right, got some rolling stock under it. And she is fixing to come off the trailer. And in the shop, so we can get her on the lift. There it comes. And I'll pull it. All right, we're gonna test that winch brake now. All right. Hold on a minute, I'll give it a pull. Oh, there she is. Home sweet home.
She's hitting it. Check it.
Is it?
Yep.
Hold on, I'll let it out. One right here on the.
Yeah, from left. I was just going to throw it so it don't roll back, and I was going to get this winch off from so we can get a winch off.
All right, she's chopped. She's chopped in the house. That way it don't wind up in your shirt. Because that is some nice stuff when it goes down the back of your shirt.
I know. It's real bad.
Just,
Pure grade A
toss it
asbestos.
right there, I'll get it here in a little bit.
Asbestos.
That's as best as we could get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that one come open easy.
How's that for
That's all right.
How's that for tough?
I like it.
There's a lot of damn blue on this car.
I think you're right. I think this was blue.
Don't mind spraying hinges, especially let me clean that bottom one off a little bit
All right.
and get some on it.
All right. Let's get
We
it.
got a fuse panel. We got a cool ass steering wheel.
That is. And there's the shifter. I thought it was just a lever laying there.
No, it's the whole thing. I'll spin it down and do it right.
Is that the 150 speedometer? It is.
Yeah, look, got 4 gauges right here.
What's that one in the middle? Is that blank or is there something there?
That's a tack.
Is it really?
That's either a tack. Let me get this light. That's a tack or a clock. That's a tack. Now,
Wow.
I don't know what that. Yeah, that's a tack. Hey, that's a tack on the inside. And
Is it a clock? Is it like a clock and a tack together?
I think it is. It says 1 and then it says 13. Oh, it's military time, ain't it?
Oh, okay.
That's military time.
That's why they got that tack up on the dash.
Yep, that's military
So
time.
it's got a clock
Okay.
instead of a tack.
Yep. Flasher
Wow.
button, lights.
That is pretty cool.
Yes. What happened to the keys?
They're laying on the roof.
And I got big screws right here, Eldon. Wonder what they're for.
I don't know. We'll find out. But Dale's got the door open. We're fixing to clear this thing out.
One of the damn completest cars.
I see there ain't nothing been gutted out of the inside of it. Still unearthing some pretty cool stuff. So, harmonic balancer, cross member for the transmission, a ball for the clutch linkage. It looks like a 7-blade fan. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 7-blade fan. There's the pulleys, a lot of belts, back bumper, some more chrome and trim, looks like for the back window. Wow. Check that out. All right. Bear with us. We're going to unload the rest of this stuff and lay it out and see what we got. Not exactly sure what this seat came out of, but it was inside the car. Whatever it was pretty sporty back in the day. It's small. There was a 67 grill. Looks like maybe from a Fury or something. Looks like 67 Fury. So maybe we got parts from several cars. But yeah, we're unloading. We'll see what kind of treasures are still in it. All right, we got the trunk lid open. What's left of it? That trunk lid is shot. But I think I can get that bumper out of the back here. All right. Yeah, still got the brackets on it. So that's our back bumper. All right, we're slowly getting there. We gather the rest of this stuff, get some of this stuff cleaned up so we get it unloaded. See what else we got. There you go. Stay with us. I was going through a box in the back seat, and I think we may have a clue as to what happened to the original engine. That's the reason why it's not in the car. This is a push rod, and that one is the way it's supposed to look. This is one of them that's in the same box. Yeah, somebody might have been twisting that a little bit. All right, just yeah, the treasures you uncover. All right, that's what I thought I saw through the window right there. Check that out. That's the driver's side manifold for a big block A body right there. That's got that weird bend in it to clear the steering and stuff. That's specific to a big block A body. Wow. All right. Friends, neighbors, this is Field Agent 880 coming to you for Bob at Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. You know, we've shot a little video of this car. You know, this is one that we rescued Been sitting down in the woods for about 20 years. And yeah, it's a special car, and so we want to try and do right with it. You know, we did get it out of the woods, we got it home, and yeah, we're trying to you know, just trying to take a little inventory of what we got with it, and we're we'll do a little walk around to the underside of it since we got it up on the rack. Couple of features on these cars. We may have hit on them a little bit when we were getting it loaded up, but yeah, kind of the underside of it. And look, the frame rails on this car are in really good shape. See, they're not even. I still got the rubber bump stops on them. This car is a 8 3/4 rear end, and it does have a 391 short grip in it. If you look here, if I can get that to turn, notice how both of them turn the same direction at the same time. Yeah, it needs some pan work. You know, that spare tire well, that's common for a lot of them. But the rest of it's actually in pretty good shape. I'm trying not to get everybody dizzy here. You know, you know, the trunk extensions are, you know, a little rough, but, you know, they're there. I've seen a whole lot worse. Thought these aren't too bad. You can see how the frame rails and everything are right here on both sides. That's a big plus on this car. You see it's had some, you know, some hot rod tricks done to it. Look at that shackle on this side, how far down that one is. That's to help plant this thing when they try to launch it with a big block and a 4-speed. So that's kind of an old school hot rod or drag car trick right there. They extend that shackle down, that way when the car comes up and twists, and you try to launch it, it'll plant that rear wheel right there, keep it from binding up so much and wheel hopping. And like I said, you see that you know, the rest of the trunk is actually in pretty good shape. I might have showed you, you know, that side, but you know, you can see right here on this side too, and the frame rails and all are good. I'm gonna try to get up here, and yeah, there's the bad part right there. Got the carpet and stuff still in it, but that it is a hole in the floor pan. And you see the hump and everything is in good shape. The floor pans, you know, which is not uncommon for a 69 model car that's been sitting in the woods, but you're right there where your cross member and everything is. It's still in good shape. I said the floor's a little rough, but the cross member and everything's good. Trying to get that shadow out of it. But you know, you can look at things right here. There's torque boxes. There's a shadow right there. That's actually metal, so it's not eased out right there. It's got a little rust in it, but that torque box is still in good shape, and those are pretty specific too. Let's try to get a shot of this one. So yeah, that one's in good shape too. Where your frame comes in right there. The only the big block Barracuda's got those. You know, Chrysler did that. These are unibody cars, so they are, you know, they're bad to twist if you put a lot of horsepower to them. So Chrysler realized that they had to do something to stiffen these up, especially the high horsepower cars, or the, you know, any of the, you know, the factory hot rods. A lot of those would have those torque boxes. Your regular cars wouldn't. So yeah, that's pretty special that these are still there and still in decent shape. Yeah, that's a, you can see right there, that's a factory disc brakes. They're still on it. That factory K-frame, see where the perches are. It's got that aluminum steering box on it. So yeah, pretty, you know, a lot of neat stuff on this car, and you know, to see that stuff is still with it, it's kind of amazing in itself. But yeah, there's the, you see how the front frame and everything looks pretty good on it too. Right there. There is a spot right here. I'm trying to get a shot at right there. Just on the flat there on the driver's side. But, you know, overall, you know, this car is pretty amazing condition for what it's been through. You see the inner fenders are still in place on it. And could get over the front valance on this car. You know, usually they take a beating, and this one is in really good shape for what it is. You know, the grills, the park lights, all that stuff still there. That stuff's in good shape. So, you know, it's a lot of good on this car, and being what it is, you know, it's worth it's worth fixing. So they're worth saving. So, and that's what we aim to do. You know, whether we fix it or not, we're definitely going to try to make sure it's saved. So this is a factory big block 4-speed Barracuda. In '69, they didn't make probably a couple hundred of these cars. This one has still got the original transmission. And you know, we've got some of the seats and stuff out where we've, like I said, taken inventory of some of the stuff that was there. There's some really cool parts. Yeah, there's the original 4-speed console for it, which is a very hard to find piece now. There's some A-body tips. And right there is the original 4-barrel intake for the 383. And there's the original manifolds. Those are specific to an A-body as well because of the way the curve is right here on that one. Now that bends to made up to the exhaust and clear the steering rod and everything. Let me see if I can move that and get a better shot of it. There's the rods for the transmission. And there. It's got a pretty nifty 90-degree bend to clear everything on that driver's side. You see right there's the passenger side. It just kind of dumps straight down there at the back. So there's the front bumper. You know, a lot of the good parts are still here with this car. I guess that's a drive shaft. Somebody strapped it up. But I'm going to lower it down. I'm going to stop the video right here. I'm going to lower it down and get a little shot of the front. You can see she's a little rough, but it is hard to believe that this car, you know, that this car, as rare as it is, you know, survived as intact as it did. You know, in the woods, you know, behind an old body shop for 20-some years at least. So you can see there's somebody's hung a quarter panel on it. Looks like they used a 67 because, you know, 69 had those rectangle lights. And, you know, the quarter they hung on it years ago and never finished as 67 because it doesn't have a marker light. You can see where they've done it and just never finished it. So I'm going to see if I can drop it down and get a little look on the inside. And we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Unfortunately, this, you know, we've got so many projects going on at the shop here. There's one that's 68 notchback. We just done an update on it. We're getting it ready for paint. It's a 4-speed with a small block. And, you know, we've still got the 64 880. We've been pecking away at it and trying to get it ready to find a new home. Old car runs good, but, you know, it's just time to work on them. And that's what's, well, while we're going to shelve this Barracuda for a little while, this is going to be one of the more lengthy projects, probably one of the more costly ones as well, but it's definitely worth doing. So bear with me. I'm going to pause this for a minute and we'll get a look at the inside and, you know, we'll get it wrapped up. And as you can see, I got the little Barracuda dropped down a little bit, you know, just where I could get inside and let you get a peek. Shot inside the trunk. It's one of those pretty cool race car features from back in the day. Somebody had actually put the battery tray and moved the battery to the back. That was another, another trick. Chrysler actually done that on some of their factory drag cars too. They would move the battery to the trunk because the weight of the batteries would, kind of help put a little downforce on the back when you tried to launch a car, get it to hook up instead of spin. I'm trying to give you a little spin around here. The cool thing about these cars, that seat actually folds down. And there's a divider right here that's wooden. I've got it, we're going to use it to make a pattern, or for a pattern. But what happens is you can lay that seat down, you can lay that divider down, and leave this car open all the way to the front. So if you decided to go camping or take your surfboards or whatever they done with this one, because this one actually had a bed made into the back of it here, covered with some pretty snazzy fake fur. So I'm pretty sure if this car could talk, it would have plenty of tales to tell. But there's some of the harder spots right there to see. They're still in pretty good shape. It's hard to see up in here, but I'm trying to get the shadow out of it. See the trunk pan I was looking at earlier. I said there's where the battery was mounted. There's the tire well, and that's common on the A body for that spare tire well to rust out. And this one's no different. Pause this. Like I said, some pretty cool things about this car from that drop shackle, and found a box in there for racing shocks. And you can see they are on the car, those yellow racing shocks. Like I said, that 391 8 3/4 shore grip, and battery in the back. That drop shackle right there, and you can see if you look way up there on the dash. I put a real deal racing tack on it. Looks like a sun tack of some kind, to make sure they could see what it was doing. That lever right there is what folds that seat down. So I'm going to pause it right here and move to the inside. Well, I'll probably just swing around. Got the doors open. You see where this car, it's had some body work started on it. There's the inside. I'm going to close that back a little bit. See the tack, my favorite part. You can see those three pedals right there. You look up under there, that one, clutch pedals up under there some. Let's see the hump and everything. Chrysler floor pans were a little different for their 4-speed cars. To make the shifter and everything set right, they actually added a hump with a flat area to bolt for the shifter boot and everything to bolt down to, or the console to bolt down to. It's got the sport steering wheel, wood grain dash. The bucket seats we've got loose and pulled out. Now the front we've got, it just run a vacuum through it. The floor pans are pretty rough on this car all the way through. There, that's the back seat that folds down. Rear floors are pretty rough, but it's a cool car. I'm gonna get around to the other side here if I can. Bear with me. I always thought those were pretty cool. That flip top gas cap. Another feature on this car was pretty cool. Those all that wood grain in the mat pockets. I don't think I've ever seen that on a Barracuda. This car was pretty loaded up. See the dash and everything. That thumb wheel. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that it's actually an AM/FM radio, which was pretty rare back in the day, because you know, AM was about all you had. You see the wood grain door panels and stuff on the back. But yeah, pretty cool car. Bucket seats. I like those buttons. I don't know if I can pull this down. Buttons that run up the seats. I bet you this thing was pretty cool back in the day. I'd love to see this thing new. And like I said, it's a factory 4-speed. And the giveaway is that little light right there on the dash is a reverse indicator. So when you put the car in reverse on the factory 4 speeds, that light would light up to let you know you had it in reverse, which was, you know, it was pretty cool for the time too. But there it is. Like I said, the you know, this one's probably going to go on the shelf for a little while till we can you know, get time and funds to put back in it, or you know, get it back underway. So I appreciate y'all coming along on this adventure. This has been one on this car, and it is a cool car. We're going to get some of the other stuff knocked out so we can, you know, devote a little time and attention to this one. So it's, I don't know if you can see the dash on it, but I'm going to try to put in there. See, these had the 150 mile an hour speedometer. And the Rally Dash, you know, this is a Formula S car, so they had a lot of cool features like that. But yeah, appreciate you coming along on the adventure. Stick with us. We'll keep bringing you some cool cars. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the bell notification, because it'll let you know when we do get updates on some of these projects or some new cars come along. I'll leave that right there. Once again, it's Field Agent 880 for Bob at Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. I just wanted to give you a wrap-up update on this one, but we'll have some more coming on it in the future. You get a chance, share this with your buddies, and you know, let us know what you think. It's Field Agent 880 out.